Good morning, afternoon, or evening. How y'all doing today? Welcome back to Mr. Morrow's Algebra 2 class. Today we are going to wrap up our Chapter 3 Word Problems video, Part 1. We're just talking about direct translation. Please remember that if you do not know the words to math translations, not only this section, but every word problem is going to become increasingly difficult. So please make sure that you really learn the translations and also make tables. So let's get right to it. A total of $25,000 is invested in bonds and certificates of deposits. Those are called CDs. The amount invested in CDs is $8,000 less than the amount invested in bonds. How much will be invested in each type of investment? Please don't try to be a hero. There are two different things they're talking about. We have stocks, which I'm going to call S. No, they're not. We've got bonds, which I'm going to call B. And we've got CDs, which I'll call CDs. Now the question here, this is the question you want to repeat yourself always before you make the table. What do I know nothing about? Okay, which is it? CDs or bonds? You're both telling me both. Okay, you know nothing about bonds, guys. The amount invested in CDs is $8,000 less than the amount invested in bonds. What do you know nothing about? Bonds. So we call that X. Guys, remember what I told you. Usually it's the last thing that they mention because that's what we know nothing about. But what do we know about CDs? They're $8,000 less than the amount invested in bonds. So how would I reflect that? Wrong. It's 8,000 less than, my brothers. Okay, X minus 8,000. Okay, guys, please, this is what I mean about not knowing your vocabulary. If you don't know your vocabulary, you're never going to get this. Please? So, how much should I invest in total between the bonds and the CDs? So how would I represent this? X, which is the bonds, plus X minus 8,000, which is the CDs. Excellent. So bonds plus CDs equals 25,000. Before we continue, guys, please do me your favor. Forget about me. Do yourself a favor. Does everyone see that? Does everyone see why I made the table? How I made the table? How did I create the equation? Why I made that equation? Okay, so now I'm going to solve. Combine like terms, 2x minus 8,000 equals 25,000. Add 8,000 to both sides. So I've got 2x equals 33,000. Divided by 2, 16,500, correct? So x equals 16,500. Is that my answer? No, not necessarily. It's one of them, exactly. You got to plug it in. They want to know how much was invested in each type of investment. Sometimes they just want one investment. Sometimes they want both investments. All I did was solve for the equation for the variable in question. Now I got to plug it into my table. So my bonds were 16,500. My CDs were 16,500 minus 8,000, so that's 8,500. Trust me, I know that not every teacher does what I'm doing, guys, but take advantage of what I'm doing. Ask me questions. I'm here for you. Does that make sense, my brothers? Everyone is on the same page here? Thank you, brothers. May I continue? All righty. Let's check this one out. Okay. Universe Phones has a long-distance phone plan that charges $6.99 a month plus 4 cents per minute of usage. World Phones has a long-distance plan that charges $5.95 per month plus a 5 cent per minute of usage. For how many minutes of long-distance calls will the monthly costs for the plans be the same? So what am I looking for here? Yes, sir. Okay, I understand, but I still don't know what you confused me. What are we solving for? Yes, sir.
You're solving for the month, the certain month that.
Wrong. Yes, sir. Wrong. Okay, you are trying to equal the two. Guys, please, I'm trying to be as patient as possible. Please read. What are we looking for? It's very clear. Yes, sir. For what? The amount of minutes for what, gentlemen? Please, guys, I'm trying to be patient here. Read. What are you looking for? No. Yes, sir. Okay. What are we trying to solve for here? Yes, sir. What we are no, but that's not exactly what we're looking for. Guys, read. What are we looking for? How many minutes for what? Thank you, guys. With all due respect, if you don't read, you are not going to perform well. We're not looking for making them equal. We're not looking for the cost. We're not looking for any of that. We're looking for how many minutes, the amount of minutes of long distance so that the monthly cost of the plans are the same. We're looking for the time, the minutes. We're not looking for the cost. We're looking for what amount of minutes will make both plans equal. That's what we're looking for. How do we solve them? By putting them together. But we're looking for the number of minutes which will make both of these equations true. So we need two equations. What is the cost structure for universe phones? Okay, so let's make some labels here, okay? I'm going to call C the cost, and I'm going to call M minutes. Label, label, label. The cost of the monthly plan for universe phones is $6.99 for we're doing cost of 1 month plus 0.04 M, 4 cents per minute used. What is the plan cost for world phones? C still equals cost, M still equals minutes. So the cost equals $5.95 for that month plus 5 cents per minute. Now, yes, sir. Yes, sir. What letter is this? And what does it represent? What letter is this? What does it represent? I want to know, okay, how many minutes will it take to make both of these equal? So what we're asking is, when will the C of the universe phones, the cost of the universe phones, long distance plan, equal the cost of world phones? Does everyone see this? Please ask now, guys. This is what I'm here for. Okay. Now, what's a nice way to get rid of the decimals if you so choose and you don't want to work with decimals? What do I do? Yes, sir, my brother. Yes, I know. Okay, what does that mean? I'm going to multiply by 100. I have two decimal places that I want to move to the right. So that means I've got to multiply by a power of 10 that has two zeros. So I'm going to multiply 100 to every single thing, making this 699 plus 4m equals 595 plus 5m. This is why we learned that skill to make our lives easy. Now I'm going to subtract 4m to both sides. And I have 699 equals 595 plus m. Subtract 595 to both sides. And this will give me 104 equals M. So my answer is 104 minutes. If I talk for 104 minutes in long distance using either of these plans, I'm going to have the same exact cost. Now, another question may be, what will the cost be? So what if I said that? What if I added here? That's how long it's going to take for both of the costs to be equal. What if I tell you find the cost? Very good. You can plug it into either one, right? Let's test it. So my cost will be $6.99 plus 0.04 times 104. So let's see if that's going to work. I got 0.04 times 104 plus $6.99, and that will be $11.15. If I'm correct, that better be the same cost for world phones, which is the cost will equal $5.95 plus 0.05 times 104, and that cost will equal 0.05 times 104 equals plus 595, which equals 11.15. Yes, no, maybe, kind of, sort of. Talk to me, please, my brothers. Good. All right. Guys, I'm going nice and slow, not to bore you, but to make sure you get this. Yes, sir. If I didn't say it was if it wasn't, we weren't comparing it for 1 month, we need another variable for months then, and then we have what's called a system of equations, but we're not there yet. Well, they did tell you a specified month because they said, when will the monthly cost be the same? After how many minutes will the monthly cost? So they're telling you monthly, they're going 1 month to 1 month. So they did say it. You just got to read. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for being honest. The tallest buildings in the world are the Willis Tower in Chicago and the Rygyung Hotel in North Korea. The Rygyung Hotel has 5 fewer stories, not that, sorry, than, please make that typo, correct that, than the Willis Tower. Find the number of stories in each building if the 2 buildings together have 215 stories. So I'm going to go straight to a table. I'm talking about 2 different things. I'm talking about the Willis Tower and the Ryugyung Hotel in North Korea. Yeah, I'm probably destroying that name, but that's okay. What do we know nothing about? We know nothing about Willis Tower. So we're going to call Willis Tower X. What do we know about the North Korea Hotel? It's 5 fewer stories than the Willis Tower. So how would I represent that, my brothers? X minus 5. Thank you. How many stories do they have together? So how do I represent that? The height of the Willis Tower plus the height of the North Korea Hotel equals 215. Guys, are you seeing that there's not much to really fear here? It's easier than you thought, be honest, isn't it? Yes, I'm proud of you. Make that table. Read those questions. Think about what we're solving for. And here, we want to find the number of stories. And so if you want to do X equals the number of stories, that's what X equals. Okay? So now I have 2X minus 5 equals 215. Add the 5. 2X equals 220. Divide by 2. X equals 110 stories. Okay? And if they want to find the number of stories for each, so thank you, that is not your answer. The Willis Tower has 110 stories, and The North Korea hotel has 105 stories. 110 plus 105 is 215. Does that make sense? By the way, if you ever do get a chance, I'm not trying to show off, guys. I didn't go till I was 42. But if you ever get a chance to go to Chicago, if you haven't been there already, definitely go to the Willis Tower. It was the old Sears Tower, but they refurbished it. And what they did now is they made these really thick plexiglass, so you're safe. But they made these cubes that literally go 3D outside of the building. So when you walk into this cube, it's all see-through glass. So when you look down, it's literally straight down. It's crazy cool. So just try that out one day. It's pretty neat. All right, next. Number 8. Excuse me. Okay, here we go, my consecutive integers. Now, here you got to pay attention. First of all, let's think. When it's just consecutive integers, what's the pattern there? The first number is n, then the next number is n plus 1, then the next number would be n plus 2, then the next number would be n plus 3, etc., etc. If it was consecutive odd or consecutive even, my first number would be n, my second number would be n plus 2, my next number would be n plus 4, my next number would be n plus 6. I'm very proud of you boys. So the third of 3 consecutive integers is 4 less than twice the first number. If the sum of these 3 consecutive integers is 21, find the integers. Okay, I see it from your faces. What did you just read? Can you please reread that, but in the English language, sir? Yes, let me show you what to do here first. First of all, they're talking about comparisons of 3 consecutive integers. So the first thing we need is the 3 consecutive integers. I love it when that does that. You know it's going to do it again, so I'm not even going to worry about it. I guarantee you'll do it again. Let's see. Oh, I got lucky. Okay, so I have 3 numbers, guys. First number, second number, third number. I have 3 consecutive integers. My first number, my first consecutive integer is n. Then I'm followed by n plus 1. Now I'm followed by n plus 2. Those are the 3 consecutive integers. Can everyone understand that? Does that make sense, everybody? Yes, sir? You promise? Okay. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to make somebody's life a little bit easier. You're very welcome, my brother. Stylist is a lot better. Okay. So those are my 3 consecutive integers. Now let's focus. The third of 3 consecutive integers. So who am I talking about? N plus 2. The third of 3 consecutive integers is, what does is mean? Yes, you can do this, guys. 4 less than twice the first number. How do I do that? Yes, 2n minus 4. Beautiful, because the less than means switch. Yes! Now, if the sum of these 3 consecutive integers is 21, then find the integers. Okay, you can do one of 2 things here. Let's solve for n, right? So subtract n to both sides. Add 4 to both sides. I got 6 equals n. So it's 6, 7, and 8. What's 6 plus 7? Plus 8? 21. Now, on this one, I'm sorry? Oh, okay. Now, in this one, I gave you extra information I didn't even really need to give you. This part here, I didn't even need to give you that because I already set up an equation, okay? Now, you could have done this like this as well. Since I gave you this second part, you could have just said, wait a second. The sum of the 3 consecutive integers is 21. So I could have just gone 3n plus 3 equals 21. 3n equals 18. n equals 6. The reason I did both ways here is for you to be prepared for one or the other way. If I just give you the sum, it's easy. You just add them up. But sometimes I'm going to give it to you in a complicated format like this. And you need to know that you have you have to set up your 3 consecutive integers. Then you manipulate them using direct translation. Does that make sense, gentlemen? Thank you. How did I get this part here? Because it's n plus 1 plus n plus 2 equals 21, my brother. So n plus n plus n is 3n, and 1 plus 2 is 3. No, thank you. How else do you learn? Good job. Very welcome, my man. May I continue, gentlemen? Oh, actually, we're done. We're going to do the homework now together. Any other questions before we let this go? Thank you very much, guys. Hope you learned a lot. God bless you. Thank you.